Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We are not here playing Pauper. We are here playing some Legacy. So it's a format, this was a very long time ago for those that don't know. Legacy was probably my main format. I did play Death and Taxes and I originally started playing Legacy with Nick Fit. But I do always like let's say a wild and wacky combo deck. Usually they're inconsistent and really funny. So there's no better time to showcase this than now, basically. So first of all, before we dive into this video, please, if you'd like to support me, please check out my Patreon, patreon.com/DJLMTG. The link will be in the description below. And effectively, this video will showcase this deck how I want this deck to be showcased, because the deck is very fun. It's wild, but yeah, it's very fun. This is Mississippi River. But the rest of the league will be on my Patreon. So please, if you are interested in this deck and you want to see me play this for more exclusive videos, please check that out. Otherwise, this deck will just be showcasing this deck. And finally, if you want to do what I did and just rent this deck, please recommend using Manatraders. If you go into the description below, there is a referral link, and you can use the coupon, which I think is Teasdale_FR or something like that. You again can check out the coupon code in the link in the description, and that will give you 10% off for the first 2 months. So please check that out. Also, I think the Mana Trade series is over for Legacy, so the next format is up, and we'll probably be partaking in that, and you will again be able to see that on the Patreon, so please check that out. But basically, let's start into this deck tech. So for those that don't know this deck, this is just the most recent deck. I have obviously just net decked this, just because I thought it was obviously wild. I just wanted to try it. They have changed these lists quite a few times, but basically, Mississippi River is a Cascade combo deck that uses Creative Technique as a combo card. And effectively what this does is, this card's been out for quite a while, but it's only been on Magic Online recently, in like the past few months. So it has a mechanic called Demonstrate, which is another commander mechanic. What this allows you to do is, when you cast this spell, you may copy it. If you do, your opponent also gets a copy. So usually your deck's obviously designed to copy, but there is cards that you do want to avoid. And then what it does is shuffle your library, reveal top card until you reveal the non-land card, exile that card, and put it onto the put the rest of the cards on the bottom, and you may cast the exile card without paying its mana cost. So what that means is, this deck, basically you want to cast this card, and all of your cards like Maelstrom Wanderer or Apex Devastator mainly all have Cascade. So Apex Devastator has Cascade, Maelstrom Wanderer has Cascade, Call Forth the Tempest has double Cascade, Trumpeting Carnosaur has Discover 5, which is effectively Cascade, but it has to enter the battlefield, which is an important thing to note. Throes of Chaos has Cascade and Retrace. Violent Outburst has Cascade, and Tybalt is a counter that flips to cast something else. So what that means is, for those that don't understand this, basically is, you cast Throes of Chaos or Violent Outburst, you will only cascade into one thing. So Throes could cascade into Violent Outburst, but it'll also cascade into Tybalt's Trickery. You then counter the Throes or the Violent Outburst to flip them over. What that then does is casts one of these cards. So then if you hit a Maelstrom Wanderer, you cascade twice. If you hit an Apex Devastator, you cascade 4 times. Call Forth the Tempest cascades twice. This enters and obviously discovers 5, so it can cascade Creative Technique or all these. And effectively what that does is, you can flip into anything else to basically, you might even flip into a Violent Outburst, but what that does is flip into another Tybalt Trickery, which then means you can go again. And effectively what you're trying to do is just put as much Cascade onto the stack to basically fill the board full of Apex Devastators, or, you know, Cascade a few times to wipe the board. Basically fill the board with random big dudes, and then Maelstrom Wanderer gives all your creatures haste. Or you can even flip into an Emrakul, which is cast, so you gain an extra turn. The only issue with this deck is it does have a fail rate, because you can Tybalt's Trickery the Violent Outburst into another Tybalt's Trickery. That is why there is a Tybalt's Trickery in the sideboard. So you are only getting 3 attempts at that. Other than that, you have 18 lands. We are playing lands from Pauper that you may have seen, which is Sandstone Needle and Hickory Woodlot, along with the standard Ancient Tomb. This list is surprised me. The ones that I have seen, I haven't seen an up-to-date list until recently. This list is running 18 lands. A lot of the decks I have seen run like 26 to 30, because you really want to do hit your lands, and they are tapped, a lot of them. Like these are tapped, and the Tinder farms are tapped. But some of these spells are actually, you can end up casting them. You can get like 4 lands, you've effectively got 8 mana. So that can mean that you can just hard cast a Creative Technique or hard cast a Trumpet Incarnator or whatever. But this list, I have noticed, does look a little bit more control-y to sort of reasonable. Like a lot of them ran Board and Party or 4 Maelstrom Wonders or what have you. But Call Forth the Tempest obviously deals with your opponent's board, because obviously all you guys have your cards are really high mana value. Trumpet and Carnosaur can obviously be discarded to deal 3 to something. So you have got like outs to stuff, which is really interesting. So why I'm really excited to try this. You also do have an Atali, which kind of is pretty interesting as well. Obviously the flip side probably doesn't really matter, but obviously entering the battlefield and casting something off the top is pretty big for 7 mana. Moving on to the sideboard here, we effectively have what I would expect, to be honest. So we've got 2 Trumpet and Carnosaurs for anything with, to obviously discard to deal 3 damage, to sort of control the board if they run like Lavinia or Canonist or any sort of thing that will just give us bother. We have Pyrokinesis for those sort of decks as well, because we do have quite a lot of red cards. We have Ingoture for hitting random artifacts that obviously give us some sort of issue. Leyline of the Void, staple in Legacy at this point. The 4th Tybalt's Trickery, and 4 Chancellor of the Annex to sort of, if we want to go quick to stop decks that are just using Force of Will as backup, basically, is the idea, is my understanding anyways. Can also hose other decks too, so we'll kind of see how this goes. Obviously, I have not played Legacy in almost, I would like to say 5 to 6 years. I've just sort of seen it, like, coming on Twitter feed, coming on Reddit, things like that. So please bear in mind that I may not be playing optimally, but this deck seems super fun that I just want to give it a go. With that in mind, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And again, if you do want to see the rest of the league, please do check out my Patreon, patreon.com/TeasdaleMTG. And I will see you guys for the first round. Or I will see you guys for the video. Peace. Hey guys, welcome back here to... We are in the first round. So we have a Tybalt Trickery, we have a Maelstrom Wanderer, and a bunch of lands. I feel like we can do better than this. It doesn't do anything. This hand seems infinitely better. We can turn 2 Violent Outburst. Unfortunately, we won't be able to turn 3 throws with the mana we have. So do we want to put the Wanderer back? Probably over the call. But we'll kind of see how this goes. We're going to play the Sandstone Needle because that's the red, that's the green. And go from there. See what our opponent's on, because we might just play Hickory Woodlot into throws or that outburst in a turn. But we'll see. We'll see what our opponent is on. And that is all we can do. Yes, baby girl. What? Luna's just staring at me deeply. What? See how we get on. They are on. So we're playing Pauper right now with our Sandstone Needle. And they're going to play a Legacy with their Wasteland. If they have a... Ooh. Luckily, to be fair, this doesn't really work well with Grief. So they're going to take the Violent Outburst. What did they pitch? They pitched an Entomb. So they're blue-black. Right? So they take this, which is interesting. And play Misty Rainforest. Okay. So we drew 1 anyways, but this has Retrace, so I'm not really too fussed by that. So I feel like I just Besage you past the turn, right? Yeah, I feel like I just play Besage you and then pass the turn. If they crack this, I feel like I just cast this now, right? I don't know if they run days or not, to be honest, and that's one thing that I'm conscious of, is days. We'll target this. And they'll probably force this. I don't know if they run days, but that's kind of what I'm... Yeah, cool. Which is fine. If we draw an untapped land, we can just retrace this. Creatures get +1/+0. Yeah, is what it is. So we only have 2 of these left. They're at 3 cards. What did they pitch? They pitched a Whale of the Forgotten. Does something. Return, target opponent discards a card, something. And then... Okay. They reanimate a Duda? Sure. We discard a card, so we'll discard... I guess we might as well discard the call, for what it's worth. They're not attacking. I would like a land here to play this. Like an untap land. An Emrakul. Perfect. Let's play this. So, I guess... we... probably just when they attack, we sack a creature and discard a card, right? So we'll just discard an Emrakul. Shuffles back in the throws, but that's totally fine, I think. Because if we discard the throws, we need a top deck a land. So this at least shuffles this stuff back in. Gives another Tibalt Trickery. Which is fine. They do have 5 cards in hand, though. And we are going to lose our red source. 18 lands does seem quite low for this deck, to be fair. But I am no legacy expert. So I guess we tap like this. And we cascade. Cascade into a Tibalt Trickery. Whee! And they probably force this again. No. Let's cast without paying the mana. Let's discover 5. Cast without paying the mana. Do we demonstrate? I'm going to say yes. Yes to demonstrate. Whee! What do they get? What do they get? They get a Ponder. And we get 2 looks. Whee! We also do survive another attack. If we do whiff. They chose to shuffle and draw. We get another create. I don't think we need to... I don't think we need to demonstrate, right? I'm going to keep demonstrating. Screw it. They drew a Force Will, so basically nothing happens. So we didn't demonstrate. They cast and counter. Yep. Then we hit. Whee! Cast without paying its mana cost. Cascade. Violent Outburst. Cascade. We have 2 Tibalt Triggers, right? Whee! I'm not gonna lie, this is mental. Well, I'm having fun. So they've got 2 Force Wills left. Most likely don't have one. They obviously have days. Yes, let's cast this without paying its mana cost. Whee! Are you having fun yet? Whee! Cast without paying its mana cost. Whee! Where you going? I'm not gonna lie, that was fun as hell. So Leyline of the Void is an obviously reasonable inclusion. The only issue is obviously you can hit it off. You hit it off this stuff, like the bigger stuff. But I think overall that's fine, right? So let's board these in. I don't think we want this guy. I feel like them being that is pretty bad. 18. Oh no, we have 30 lands, right? I'm so confused. Why did I only think we had 18 lands? I have no idea. We have 30 lands. Must have been how my deck thinged it, but oh well, before. Anyways. Do we want... We probably don't want one of these. It's going to be just cut a land here. Pass. I guess we could Moss Fire. Like that. See how we get on. That deck was mental though, that was so fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. 2, 4, 5. Is that 4, 5, 6? So we can turn 3 this, turn 4 it with Tybalt's backup, like because it obviously can be a counter spell as well. They multi 6. Do I keep this? Because they can rip my hand apart, but they can't counter this for so. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this, you know, because they can't like this. Throws is really good at being able to avoid counters. But I didn't bring the 4th in though, right? I guess that is an issue. Yeah, I didn't bring the 4th in. So let's lead on Ancient Tomb. They're gonna grief us probably. Grief, reanimate, rip our hand apart. Or just ponder. Okay, that's a bit more tame. That's a bit tamer. They chose to shuffle as well, okay. And we untap and go Ancient Tomb? Oh no, they're just griefing us. Griefing us, exiling an Entomb. The throws is almost pointless to take here. Right? Okay. I guess we have to pitch a land, but I think that's fine. So, drawing a Tiger here doesn't really change much. I think we still just Ancient Tomb pass. Yeah, I think that just kind of leaves us up to be able to do what we need to do, really. Obviously, we're basically going to look at retracing this. With the way our hand is as well, we can look at retrace this plus Tybalt. So retrace it, get a counter, then retrace it, get a Tybalt's trickery backup. And these sort of dual lands here help. So 2, 3, 4. So I guess we do this one, and then we'll do Tiger. So they're just basically relying on the removal and interaction here. So we'll just go throws. So we'll retrace pitching the Beseju probably. Brainstorm, sure. I don't think I need to Tybalt's trickery because I don't want to counter something like this to when they're digging for lands and then have it basically turn into an Archon or Cruelty. So this is fine. They get a land here and a shuffle in their upkeep as well. So they shuffle the top, Underground Sea. Obviously, this is much better than hitting a Contaminated Aquifer in Pauper. They can look at reanimating their 6-drop. Or reanimate their grief. This is fine. So they get to take the Tybalt trickery, which is a bit annoying. They've got 3 cards in hand. I'm assuming they're going to take the Wanderer here. They'll just take the... Oh, they are taking the Wanderer. Okay. I guess they could look at reanimating this, so it's not the end of the world. But so we'll take up. We might even pitch the City of Traitors as opposed to the Beseju next turn. This turn. Apex Devastator. So I think we probably just... I think we do just discard the Beseju, right? 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, just the Beseju. Whee! Cascade. Pass without paying mana. Cascade into 3. Cascade into Tybalt's trickery. Countering this. Have they got a force? I'm assuming they do. They can't just be ripping my hand apart. Unless they were relying on the grief on this. Maybe they didn't realise this had retrace. We got dazed, that's fine. Alright guys, did this, that goes back in the graveyard, that's totally fine. We'll take 3 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I kinda that taps alright. So I go this. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so what I can do is I can play this. Pitching the City of Traitors. Oh, they get a Wastelanders as well. The Wasteland and this. Oh. Interesting. Interesting what they'll choose to Wasteland here. Yep. Hit for 3, sure. Hopefully we hit another Cascader, to be fair. Like a cheap Cascader, I should say. So I'm going to play I think I'm going to play this. Yeah, if I play this and then pass, I do get another draw step, but I get to play the City of Traitors, which can basically be 2, 3, 4, and then I get to hold up Tybalt's Trickery too, which is pretty big. With only 3 cards in hand and one of them being an Underground Sea here, I'm hoping that Atraxa, sure. So get shuffle basically, get the Underground Sea. I'm assuming they're gonna reanimate, maybe not. 2 cards in hand. We got 12. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what Atraxa does. Reveals top 10 cards for each card type you put it in your hand. Okay, so it's a big 7/7 Flying Vigilant Deathwitch Lifelinker. Okay, so we'll play City of Traitors here. Leyline of the Void, nice and on time. 2, 3, 4. Let's play this. Retrace the Beseju. Cascade. So we only have one Trickery left here. So this one needs to resolve and not fizzle, basically. Countering this. 2 cards in hand. Do you have another piece of interaction? You have a Force of Will targeting the Tybalt's Trickery. So let's sack this. And then counter this. And hopefully it doesn't whiff. We hit a Maelstrom on it. Nice. Haste! Cascade, Cascade. Cast without paying mana cost. Let's... I think I have to cast this without paying mana cost. Cast this without paying them. Okay. Let's go! We got there! Woo! That was super fun. Blue-black reanimator. Easy. See you guys for the next one. Here we are for round 2 here. We are on the on the play. And I think this seems reasonable. We can just literally creativity. We do not have to do anything else fancy. Obviously the call's pretty dead, but so we're gonna lead on Dwarven Ruins. Actually, probably should have led on Woodlot in case of Wasteland, to be honest. But because now if this gets Wastelanded, we don't have red source. Okay, so we're against blue red, probably blue red Murktide or blue or Death Shadow is this, I'm assuming. So I'd expect to get griefed at some point here. What the hell is this? Look at the top 5 cards. And they choose a Cascadey dude. Okay. Beseju. So let's play the Woodlot here and then pass the turn. So we can just play 2, 4, 5. Do we just play Creative Technique here next turn? Because there's very little fail rate here if we just jam Creative Technique. I'm really confused at what the purpose is. Reveal top 5, you may reveal a creature card from them, put them in your hand, put the rest on the bottom. And you got this dude. Oh, so Instant sorcery, creature, land. Okay, that's what you cascaded into. You cascaded into Living End. Do I want to counter this? Do I care? No, not really. Okay. Wait. Yeah. I don't think they'll have force, but they could. So I think I'm just gonna play this, and then I'm just going to tap this, sack this, and then play a creative technique. Whee! And then we'll demonstrate. Yeah. Yes. Imagine if they hit Living End as well. That'd be funny. Whee! You hit a Marauder. Yes. Oh, it doesn't have. There's no creature, so you've just got a 3/1. Okay. Can I have my the Forcible 1? I'll hit a creative technique. I'll demonstrate again. Yes. You can have a copy. Not like I'm having fun here. This is mental. Whee! Reveals days. You want a days one? Okay. I can't pay the 1. No. Cascade. Into Valor Burst. Whee! Into Tybalt's Trickery on this. Whee! Into... Oh! Whee! Always yield. This. Whee! Into this. Whee! Into this. This enters. Have I used all 3? I've used 2, right? Cast up a mana cost. Whee! Are we having fun yet? Because I've just whiffed, right? Because I do have... Oh, the last Tybalt trigger is in my hand, right? Go through the deck. Yes. Kill the board. And this cascades into nothing. I have a 7/6. Sure. Not the end of the world. But they have not a lot going on unless they have another Marauder. So they're going to start cycling, I'm guessing. Once upon a time. Sometimes reveals a Street Wraith. Street Wraith at 13. They get a land. So sometimes all you need is a big giant 7/6. Right. And we'll play a Sandstone Needle. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're at the point now where we can basically just try and like cascade the call from the 4th or whatever. Call 4 from the Tempest potentially. 2. Yeah, so 2, 4. Yeah. Sometimes all you need is a 7/6. I think this is the same, right? But I do think we probably bring in the 4th one of these. That increases the fill rate though. So these guys can go. I think these are not the worst though, being like obviously like removal, pseudo removal. They have Force Will, so this is pretty good going. Maybe we just cut a Violent Outburst. Do we need speed? No, I probably need speed too much. Atalis seems pretty good to cut. I think they can't cut the Apex dudes either. Maybe we do just cut one of these. Maybe we don't even bring. No, we probably bring 4 in, right? Call it a day. So we have a ley line, we have an outburst and a thing. This seems like a keep, right? This. Oh yeah. So then we play this. We don't have green, but we do have enough mana for the creative technique, which seems big. Street Wraith. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Once upon a time. Okay. Yes. I don't even know. Oh, Colossal Sky Turtle. That's the bouncy guy, right? You can return target creature or do something from the graveyard. It doesn't actually bounce a permanent, though, does it? Just a creature? Sure. Needle? Needle allows us to outburst here. You have a 3/1 and 5 cards in hand. Sure. I don't know what the best way forward is here. Is it creative technique or is it just outburst? 3. To be fair, I can do both, right? I can just end of turn and let them do their thing here. Then end of turn outburst into Crystal Vein creative technique. Architect is about like this ley line's just stopping their entire game plan here. Grief. Do I do this in response? Or do I let them take this? Because if they take the creative technique, this whiffs and they take the creative technique, that's worse. Actually, this is fine. So if they take the creative technique here, like, you know, there's no point in Van outbursting. But then if they take the Van outburst, I just untap and creative technique. Evoke. Oh, bye-bye. I'm assuming they're hitting for 3. Where I get to play a land here. So is my important thing. I get to play like I get to play the Mossfire Valley and hold up for days. Leyline of the Void is not good, but so I have 4 cards in hand. Yeah. Do I just do it now or do I wait? Probably just wait, right? I'm in no rush for any of this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So not next turn, but the turn after, I can just cast Call Forth the Tempest. Yes, they're hard casting that as well, and they get a polluted Delta. Okay, it is end of turn. 4 cards in hand. I want to say yes. Whee! Do this end of their turn. Scared. They most likely have a counter spell for this. I wouldn't be surprised. We can pay for the days, obviously. 14, there's a Force Will, sure. So I just have a Van Outburst just chilling. No problemo. This obviously only has 1 use on it. I have to play this. And pass. That's fine that this only has 1 use, so we will go to 2 lands after casting this, but we get the fact that this is double Cascade though as well is really key. We just need to avoid a what do we need to avoid? Whee! Sure. They're just exiling these as well, so I don't really understand what the plan is here. I'm assuming they're digging for an answer for this, but they could just be looking at keeping land drops to just start playing their threats. Could have I'm assuming Otawara bounces this, but I could be wrong. Oh, this 0 permanents. Choose one if they're if there are 8 or more permanents in your graveyard, you may cast this, choose 1 or more instead. So you basically get a return non-land permanent to its hand. Okay. Back in my hand. And then they get to do this. Whatever this is. Reveal a creature. They get a troll. Yeah, hits for 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Red, 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 red. So we have enough red to do this. Cool. This is my game plan. My game plan is this. So, sack this. Sack this. 6. Whee! Whee! Your 2 cards in hand. No! To be fair, it's not great, but it's not the end of the world. We will just end up dying to this, though. Whee! Look at this fail rate. Leyline, let's go. Do they have a counter spell? Or a daze? No! What did the daze? Oh, the trickery, right? So my creatures get bigger, but then this dies. We'll take that, I guess. 1, 2, 3. How many trickeries? 1, 2. So we have 1 left. They need to start just recasting stuff, but obviously they have a ley line, so their game plan, their living end game plan's gone. Undercity, what? What is that card? Oh, it surveils. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll just play this land. And I'll pass it up. And this basically does what? I can hit a land, an artifact enchantment, or a non-basic land. Okay. Look at us stare at each other. You can play your 4th land again. Yes. Yes. We're on 11, so we have a little bit of time. But we only have 4. Oh no, we have 5 mana, I guess. So we could just do with a creativity at some point. We have another Tibalt Trickery. Yeah. But they have 2 cards in hand. Do we know what the cards are? I think we know what 1 is, right? We know 1's like a daze or something. Look at top 3 cards. Put 1 of them into your hand, the rest of it. Okay. But none of them go into the graveyard. They put 1 in the hand. Seems like an odd thing to do. I guess they just want a creature, right? Whee! Oh, a land. I'm gonna play this. Oh god, please just give me something. I don't want a retrace guy either because we only got 1 1 cascade Tibalt Trickery. We actually just want to hard cast something. Not that. That is literally the worst draw in our deck. We now have to cast a spell and then have Tibalt Trickery open, so yeah. I guess to be fair, if we cast a Leyline of the Void and then Tibalt Trickery it, at least it's can't hit the other Leyline. So what we gonna do? Oh, that works. 3, 4, 5. So I guess we just do this. Whee! 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 5. I guess we play this land so we can Tibalt Trickery if we need to. Whee! Because we don't need a demonstrate or anything now. Not demonstrate, retrace. Yes. Yes, please. You have 3 cards in your hand. Can you count these? What are you flipping? You get a incubation-y thing. Okay. I don't even know what the other half does. Exile target creature, so you can't even do that. And you hit a sky turtle. What's the other half do? So you return target card from your graveyard to your hand, or you return a creature. Okay. Whee! What do we hit? 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 Come on! 3, 4, 5, is that? Which one you counting that? So can I then trickery? So they did that. So I target this, right? Whee! Yeah, let's go! Look at all the cascades! Woo! This does nothing, but let's cast it anyways. Whee! And this gets a Vanguard burst, which gets nothing. Whee! I'm not gonna lie, this is mental. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go! Whee! Haste. I don't need... Let's go! Woohoo! See you guys for the next one. Hey guys, thank you for watching, obviously, my other content that I'm obviously starting to do some Eternal stuff that are usually to showcase a deck because I think it's really fun and to showcase, obviously, Manatraders and the ability to just rent out an entire deck. Easy as that. This deck and this league was a blast. If you do want to check out the rest of it, please check out my Patreon in the description below. It was honestly amazing and definitely worth the watch. That is for sure. So please check that out. And thank you guys for watching. And please do not forget to like and subscribe for more Eternal content. Peace.